And we're back. That was amusing. Anyway, so we're back now, and we are in our glorious ship, the Glorified. We've embarked, and you can see here there's a captain's console. Look, captain's console. It is an unmanned space console. We will man captain's console. You can see now that it is manned by little newbie. And we can do our various modes, list modes I believe, tells us all the command modes we can go to. Mode engineering, we can do help 0 and we can get all the engineering command help. We want to activate the systems. Act sys, how about that? We have fired it up. Look at the status of the ship. We're fully refueled. We are at periaps. That's not what I asked for at all. That's fine. We can work with it. This is where you want to go over the basic stats. These console statistic or console status information can be very spammy. They tell you a lot of information, and there's a lot of information to go on in this space system. It's very convoluted. Not convoluted, but very in-depth. How about that? Better. In-depth. So we're going to deactivate the systems here, and we probably should spend some time getting ready to trade. We have 10,000 bars of latinum. Lucky us, that's what you start the game with. So we should probably consider what to do next as far as trading goes. And I think what we'll do this time around is get all set up with the pad systems for trading, and we'll get ready to trade. And then next episode we'll go ahead and actually embark and do some trading. And I won't take you throughout the entire space travel process, but we'll do some of it. So to get set up, get started, what do we need to do? We need to look at our pad, and we need to do pad help QE. That's the quick economy commands. Those are the ones you're really going to want to do, trust me. Those are the ones that make life so easy. So first thing we need to do is set up our basic setup here, right? Pretty simple. We need to set up our guild order. Guilds are a trading mechanism. You have to join a guild. You pay taxes to them as you trade in and out. Certain planets are only allowed to be, you're only allowed to belong to certain guilds and trading on certain planets. So we're gonna join some of the generic ones, probably just the Federation one. We don't want to do anything too convoluted yet. Plus, as you can see here, some of them require merchant or registration fees. That gets expensive, so we don't want to do that either. So first thing we want to do is set up our ship. How about that? QE ship equals SS Glorified. That's our active ship. Now if we look at our pad, you can see our current ship is the SS Glorified. Our guild is currently set up as the UCA, the Unity Commerce Authority. Guild list UCA. You can see it right there, UCA. That's the Unity Trading Group. We'll stay a member of them. We'll probably also join the Federation one. So that's QE Guild plus FMT, I believe it is. FMO. How about that? How about that? QE Guild. So right now the priority is FMO. We're going to just start with that. We'll do just inside Federation trading for right now. That's probably the safest way to start. Not a lot of pirates within Federation space. There are pirates outside of Federation space. They are generally bots, coded systems that will attack you. Some steal your cargo. Some disable you, steal your cargo. Some disable you. Some just blow you up. It depends on how far you get with the trading, where you go. There's some areas that are much darker than you want to start off with. So we're going to start with that. Pad help QE again. So we've set up our guild order on our ship. That's good enough. So at QE cargo. See, that's pretty. Yeah. If I could type today and if I could speak today, it's pretty straightforward. Just a couple of commands to get it set up. Like I said, you can see our pad, guild priority list. We're good to go with all of that. So now QE cargo. We have no cargo. Only 0, 1 spaces are being used because we're in a periaps, which is fine. I think we'll start with that anyways. So QE commands, we want to look at various types of things. We can look at commodity trading from market to market here. We can compare markets to markets. We can look at QE in, so that's all the trades coming into a market. We can do QE out, that's all the trades coming out of a market. Since we're on Earth, I'll show you how that works. QE out Earth. Oh, we have to join the guild first. Haha, see, that's the tricky part. So we made a priority on our pad to use the FMO guild, but we haven't done it. We haven't joined it. So that pad help guild. Again, if I could type today. So all of the commands for doing guild stuff, we want to just guild join FMO. Did I guild list? That guild join federation. Ah, we have to be in a market. See? Again, it's pretty good. The system's pretty good about telling you what we have to do here. Let's disembark. Go to the spaceport. Go back to Pacific Heights. Go to Golden Gate Park. Now, let's go back to, I think there's a merchant. I believe there's a merchant. There's a merchant pad here. I may be wrong, but we're going to find out. Again, we want to list bays. Yeah, see, there's a merchant one in New York City, and there's a public one. So we're going to disconnect, close the hatch in San Francisco, and we are going to connect to New York City. New York City! Yeah, that's what I said. Connect New York City. It'll take any combination. We could have put merchant, we could have put trading, we could have put new, we could have, any combination that's unique. Ah, and we've joined and we've connected, and they're going to go ahead and fix up our ship for us while they're at it. Nice people in New York City. I really don't want anyone, disparaging New York City. Really nice folks. Perfect. Now we're in New York City. And we want to go to Wall Street, and we want to go to the market system, Mercantile Exchange. Market console. That's what we want. Federation. We now join the FMO. So now we can QE out Earth. And here are all of the mission information and pieces of pertinent data that go along with Earth. You can see here they have company taxes, mission taxes, and trading taxes. The guilds that are allowed to trade here, only FMO, so it's a good thing we joined FMO, isn't it? And here are all the missions. These are mission IDs, the amount of cargo space it holds here, PCs, or the parsecs distance between the two. You can see here if we had 6 cargo space, we could have actually gone to Mars, which is right next door to Earth, as everybody knows. And that would have been a nice little trade for a quick 26,000 credits. You can actually look at I think it's at Mark Miss Info, and then we can paste in this piece of information there. We're not UCA Con. That's probably the wrong command. It's been a while since I've done some trading here, so let's look at this. Pad help market at Mark Miss. It was, yeah. Oh, QE Guild. At Guild join UCA. We'll join UCA as well. We'll go get the marked mission information here. Boom. We're trading 1 cargo unit of mechanical parts. They want us to go to Zekit, a Ferengi planet. Bleh. We're not going to do that. So, what do? We're here on Earth. We don't know what kind of missions we want. We're going to use another command. QE top. This shows the top missions, the top paying missions, and you can list it by cargo information. So 10 shows us the top 10 missions for 10 cargo. We obviously do not have 10 cargo, we have 1 cargo. And this will show us the distance where everything is, or how the distance for the PCs. So what missions would we like to do that cost 1 that have 1 cargo and can expire with a reasonable time frame? You can see this red one here. That guy's already expired, so we can't take him, can we? Again, a good point again about why you want to set yourself ANSI in color, because color in this game is extremely important. Well, not extremely important, but it's very prevalent. So we're going to get ready to run some cargo. I'm not going to run any cargo today because I'm going to look around and try to find the best place to start cargo shopping. You know, you can see the red markets indicated here, like Prim 2, that's a Cardassian market, and I don't have access to it. It's locked down for me, so that's why it's red. Rigel is a yellow market. It means it could be locked down. It's a dangerous sort of a port. Again, I don't have access to it. Again, it's irrelevant because it's expired. Kronos, Klingon market, yeah, we're not going there either. So we're going to look around a little bit, try to find a good mission to run, and we're going to figure out where we go from here. The other thing you can always do is you can run commodities, which is something we talked about earlier. The commodity list is a big list of commodities. Good one there. It lists all, I mean, there's 47 commodities within the game. So you can compare commodities and you can make some money at help, at pad help QE. Okay. So we can look commodity. We can compare markets to markets. So we can go pad or at QE, quick economy, compare Earth equals Mars. We know those two are close to each other. So here is the trades we could perform between from Earth to Mars, and shows you how much profit you would make per unit. That includes taxes that would be levied upon it. So here you can see we can buy toys for 20,000, sell them for 22,000, except typing the command for cash, we only have 10,000, so that limits what we can do. But I think we could buy simulators. So let's do that. Let's do a quick trade, show you the basics of how to do this, and we'll do it. Okay, so let's do it. We want to QE commod. That's the command we're going to use. We're going to use this command right here. QE commod trade quantity and commodity. So we're going to do 1 by 52. That's simulators. So I said 47. There's actually more commodities than 47. Sorry. From, we want to go from, if I could type, Earth to Mars. We have scheduled it. Now we look at our pad and you can see the pad starts to gain information. So you can see we need to pick up commodities at Earth, and then we need to deliver commodities to Mars. Okay? So that's good. We're ready to do the next step. We've scheduled it. And what's really cool about this is you can schedule out multiple trades. So if we knew when we got to Mars we wanted to trade something else, we were going to run another mission from Mars to another planet, we could set up a whole scheduled list. Plan our entire day if you wanted to that way. We're not going to worry about that right now because we're just going to get into the basics. So we've done it. We've scheduled it basically, right? We've set the commodity into our mission planner, and now we're going to do it. How's that? So I believe it is QE next. Next stop is Earth. Oh, process. I'm sorry. So this tells us where our next stop is. Our next stop is Earth. We're at Earth, right? Earth, Terra. We're at the market console. So let's process it. We have bought a unit of simulators. It has been loaded onto the USS or the SS Glorified. We are ready to go. And you've seen we are now broke as a joke. So let's get out of here. And let us do our thing. Embark on the SS Glorified. We are going to disconnect. We are going to man our console. Go into engineering mode, and we are going to activate systems. We are going to go to our mode helm. We are going to turn LRS online, which is our LRS on, which is long range sensors online. We're going to turn RS online, short range sensors online, and we are going to get a sensor report. Look at all these ships here. From here, we're going to go ahead and launch. These are commands you will start to become very, very familiar with. Boom, here's a bunch of planets. And look at that, Mars is not that far away. You can see it's not quite a parsec away, but it is well over a warp jump away. So we're going to have to do some autopiloting and we're just going to go there the hard way. Gives us a chance to sort of familiarize ourselves with everything. We want to get to mode engineering, and we are going to go to, we're going to load a preset. Preset list. Here are the allocation presets. These are commands, allocations for different types of scenarios. People a lot of times like to customize their own. And they all mean something. Battle C, Battle E, Battle I, Impulse. You know, they're for various, they have different meanings, and we'll get to those in a minute, or get to them in a later episode. We're going to go ahead and preset alloc, repair I for impulse power. Mode helm, we want to intercept 6. When you start to hear these commands and see them typed out, they start to make sense. We want to engage. That engages our course. We can see our pitch and our yaw are now at the course provided. We're going to turn our autopilot on, and we are going to cruise at this cruise impulse cruise speed. It's going to take us an hour to get there. We are going to go ahead and warp 1. This will now take us up to warp, and because we have autopilot on, it will drop us out of warp. You can see I'm hitting SR to bring up a sensor report. You can see our speed changing, our velocity changing. We're ramping up to warp speed. Takes a few seconds to get up to warp. Boom, we're in warp. We're out of warp. We're now very close. 2 minutes away. We're going to go maximum impulse. Emergency speeds. We must trade. Looking at our pad, you can see that the pad has now updated. We now have a new action, which is number 1, which is to deliver our cargo to Mars. The previous action of picking up the cargo has already been processed and completed. And our ship is starting to shake apart. Whenever you do any emergency speeds, anytime you see this overload here, it means you're doing some damage to the ship. It happens. You know, I'm not too worried about it. We're doing it for a couple of seconds. It's not going to break the bank. It's not going to destroy anything. So we are at emergency speeds, cruising in to the planet. We have reached our destination, and we're right on top of Mars. So now we can land on Mars. Bring us in. Settle us in for a nice landing. I'm going to go to engineering mode, and I'm going to turn everything off. Main, auxiliaries, batteries, all off. You can see we've burned through just a hair of fuel. Not a lot to worry about. We didn't go very far. We're going to give just a basic trade here. We're going to wait till our main reactors are all powered down. I'm going to deactivate the ship. List bays. So we can see there's a mining corporation, rooftop landing. No, we don't want to. Merchant marines. Yes, that's where we want to go. That is where I believe we are going to want to go. Our mains have balanced at 0, so everything's turned off. So I'm going to deactivate the systems. Everything's shut down now. Nothing space-wise works because we turned off our ship. We can't get a sensor report. We can't get stats. See, inactive. I'm going to unman, and I am going to lock our console so no one comes steals our ship. I'm going to connect to the merchant. You can see we are now there to disembark. Scan us. Yeah, I'm clear. I got no weapons. Those guys scan for weapons. They're looking for bad weaponry. And we are going to go to the... Oop. That was probably the wrong one, wasn't it? Embark, SS glorified, disconnect, list bays, connect, dock, disembark. Yes, that was the wrong one. Docking nexus. So you can see right here the market is right nearby. Here's an ATM. And here's our console. We're going to look at our pad. We're in Mars. We're ready to deliver our cargo. Our ship is docked. And let's do it. QE process. Boom. We made some experience points. As you can see here, we paid some taxes to the Federation Merchant Marines. We're good people. We pay our taxes. And we paid tax to the Mars market because, everyone's got to get the cut. And we made 11,000 bars. So we now have 12,000 bars. That's not a bad little deal. Actually, if we go back up here to our previous setup, we had 10,243 bars. 10,243 bars. We now have 12,242 bars. So we made almost 2,000 bars of Latinum for, what did we do, 10 seconds worth of work there. Half an experience point. That's not great. Considering we need 999 left to go. We have a ways to go to level. But again, we just did one little cargo piece. The whole point is we want to earn merits. We want to do some trading. We want to make some money so that we can upgrade our ship, get bigger ships, more cargo space, that whole thing. And we will cover some of that in our next episode. So for now, this is Kingu and Newbie saying peace out. Hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.